Take good care of your young teachers. My best ever experience of hiring a first-year teacher was when, being let down at the last minute by a highly experienced hire, I persuaded our head of mathematics, an absolute professional, to enlist her newly qualified daughter as our grade 10 maths teacher. Perhaps not great from the point of view of developing independence, the 24-year-old Anne-Marie embarked on the journey to proficiency under her mom's strong, loving and expert wing. Watching from the sidelines, I marveled at how Mom, a seasoned classroom manager, instilled the same mindset, the right practices and the indispensable commitment to both joint and individual daily preparation. They would reflect on each day and work on being better at key aspects such as a quick and effective start to the lesson, skilled ways of involving all the learners and holding their attention, developing techniques to assess understanding, repeating essentials in different ways, building useful peer learning groups, productive use of available resources, and learning to give very clear instructions. Young teachers in our schools don't have their moms in the staff room, but they need similar levels of nurturing, mentoring, and support. My memory of first-year teaching is a blur of sudden adulthood, excitement, and fatigue. I remember having role models as a teacher, but not proper mentoring. You simply had to find your way, despite being given a time-consuming afternoon sports schedule. You volunteered for everything and simply learned to swim by diving into the deep end. These days, the difficult teaching climate in underserved school communities often means that unsupported young teachers move out of the profession within the first 3 years. I remember the day 7 years ago when my daughter walked into Pinelands High School as a first-year teacher. I was the motivational speaker in the Bloemhof staff room in Stellenbosch that day, and I used my daughter's first day as the title of my presentation. Her PGC mentor at UCT was Dr. Kate Angier, who heads the newly qualified teacher project at UCT. Christina walked into a totally supportive and well-led English department, and her principal became a trusted mentor and friend. Her dad was told to stay in his lane. I notice that the principals I serve appreciate young teachers for a few reasons. They value their optimism, the way they welcome change, their vested interest in their country, their instant loyalty to their first principle, their modern training as social entrepreneurs, and their university-level technological literacy. Do your young teachers have outstanding mentor teachers? Or is your mentoring program more about introducing them to the school, its timetable, its staff room culture, and practicalities like getting stuff photocopied? There are many resources to learn better mentoring. Just Google the NQTP, the Jake Scherwel Fellowship, or Teachers Can for guidance. All three organizations make extensive use of communities of practice. Young teachers know how to scan social media for helpful connections and to get themselves onto local WhatsApp groups. As principals, your job is to ensure that they'll never walk alone. Give your young teachers a voice and listen to their experiences. Your professional interest in their progress and their happiness will be appreciated and rewarded with renewed determination. Choose mentors very carefully. It obviously helps if the mentor is a specialist in the young teacher's subject, but what is more important is the daily or at least weekly guidance, feedback, and emotional support to help new teachers develop confidence, refine their skills, and navigate the challenges of the typical South African classroom. Good mentoring is sadly rare. As an old-timer, I was used to a teaching life that spanned 6 full days in the week. It didn't kill us, but followed by a life in school leadership, it meant that sacrifices had to be made. Many of us would do things differently. The new teacher in 2025 brings energy, enthusiasm, and hope to the profession, but also a better sense of work-life balance. As principals, we should embrace this modern approach and do our best to retain these young professionals. They have a reputation for moving on to fresh challenges and new adventures in countries which offer unmatchable packages. Get into their heads, understand them, guide them, and help them to survive and thrive while you have them. Be your Anne Marie's mom or dad at school. It's a winning strategy.